Okay, small talk. Isaac said we have to do small talk now.
Ask him about his trip. I told him even what to small talk about.
Okay, well, how was your trip, dude?
Dude, my trip to Mexico, dude.
Yeah.
3 weeks?
Incredible, man. Yeah, I spent 3 weeks.
That's pretty
Sayulita.
sweet.
Really small town, not a lot going on there. Just beach, surfer town. And that's basically all I did was surf.
Why'd
go to
you
the beach.
spend that long there?
I really just want to kind of get away for a bit. I had some time off. So like my work, a lot of people were gone for like the month of August.
Okay.
So I had a lot of time off. And so I was just like, I need a quiet place, sit by the beach, just want to surf, do nothing. Drink some beers.
Anything wild down there? I mean,
Dude, it was a time.
Yeah?
Yeah, because I mean, everyone that goes down there, I feel like is either running for something or looking to just have a vacation. A lot of people that are running from something are down to clown. So there's a lot of good stuff
did you
going
meet
on.
any, people down to clown, maybe of the woman genre?
The woman genre? Yeah, I met a few of the woman genre.
Okay.
Wow. what were they like?
Yeah. How do you talk to women?
How do you talk to women?
That's what we
that's
wanna
tough,
know.
man. I have no idea. I have no idea. I just say dumb things and hope it works out, to be honest.
Sometimes it does.
Yeah, sometimes it does. Sometimes it doesn't. But yeah, no, there was honestly a lot of very beautiful women down there. A lot of beautiful
Is that your
Latinas.
type? Is it
Dude, that was the thing.
Latino
Short Latinos
mommies?
are like, short Latino mommies? That's my type.
Beautiful women, that's my type too.
Yeah, you too?
He's lying.
But yeah, no, there was a lot of really good people down there. A lot of fun people down there. But honestly, the locals were pretty awesome. They kind of took me around, showed me a lot of like local spots. There's this one girl at the hostel that things got a little hot and heavy pretty early on.
You cuddled her?
Dude, I was Lil Spoon.
The underrated
cool,
position.
I'm sure we can
It was a good time.
get into that after. But anyway, dude, thanks for being on our podcast, Table for One podcast. And
Yeah, thanks for having me.
yeah, man. So
Good to be
I
here.
think it'll be fun just kind of getting to know you a little bit and highlighting singles. So could you give us your full name and your age?
You know my social security too?
Yeah, and
Mother's
social
maiden name?
security, yeah.
I got
Please,
you.
yeah.
So I'm Quest Taylor. I am 27, living here in Denver, originally from North Carolina.
Nice, man. And how long have you been in Denver for?
Been in Denver for 3.5 years now.
Okay.
So,
Okay. And where are you originally from?
originally from Greensboro, North Carolina.
Okay. Nice.
So-
And so do you like it here better or back home?
I like it here better. There's a lot more to do here. I think I'm just definitely more into the like outdoor sports, so it's
Okay.
definitely a better place. I do miss the beach a lot, though. Being landlocked is a little unfortunate.
Yeah,
but
okay.
We make the most of it.
And
we
obviously,
go to Mexico when we want to, get the beach.
Go party and cuddle gals down in Mexico.
Exactly, yeah.
You can always do that. So there is, I guess, a stigma here for Colorado of people moving out here, guys
Yeah.
especially. And so, how do you feel dating has been so far since you've been here?
Yeah, I mean, it's interesting.
And are you the problem?
I am definitely part of the problem. I don't know if it's the sole reason. No. I'm trying to improve the dating scene here, Yeah, I think it was ranked like one of the worst cities to date in recently, like by some poll. But yeah, no, so when I first moved here, it was during the pandemic, so it was kind of an unfortunate time to date. But then during that time, I started dating someone, so I didn't really get the full experience. But recently, as of February, March, I've been single, so I've been really getting the full Denver, dating experience.
Oh no!
Really trying to take advantage
Watch out,
of that,
ladies. Yeah.
It's been a good time. It's been a good time.
Okay. And the gals are different here than they are from back home.
Yeah, definitely. I think here, well, back home, right? It's very traditional Southern is what you get a lot of times, right? And here, since it's such a melting pot of people coming in, like no one's really from here for the most part, you get a lot of different kind of backgrounds, a lot of different kind of personalities that I feel like you don't get in North Carolina. With that being said, though, a lot of people do kind of, I feel like, mold into that like traditional like Colorado like vibe eventually. Okay. So I think that's one of the toughest parts about dating here. It's like I feel like you meet people and they always end up being like some of the same types of personalities. So
I can see it.
It's tough.
What's do you think you'll stay for a little bit or longer? Or
yeah, definitely.
Okay.
Yeah, I definitely feel as though this is going to be a home for a while.
Okay.
So I don't really have a reason to leave, and I like it here. So
And so, we kind of want to get to know you a little bit better, and maybe my package is here. I don't know. Did you hear that?
Yeah, that was something.
That was another shooting. Well, it's funny because I've known you. We knew you before, and then we moved into the same building, and you were already here.
Yeah,
so that's funny.
That was awesome. That was like one of the best things to like find out.
Yeah. And we won't tell you what building it is. Unless you want to know where he lives, and then we can.
Don't tell him, please. Please don't tell him.
Yeah, please.
We don't know who's watching this.
Dude, so what was it like growing up? And I mean, did you play any sports, any music, or like, what were your talents down there?
Yeah, so growing up, my mom was big on pushing me to like try everything as I can.
Okay.
So I really tried almost every sport possible. But what stuck was football and tennis for me.
Nice.
So I played football through high school, and then I also played tennis as well. And then so that was kind of like my main things. I really wanted to be good at basketball, but it wasn't my skill set, It just wasn't.
Are you pretty nasty at pickleball?
At pickleball?
Yeah,
honestly,
sometimes that translates
it's
over.
like I'm okay. I just haven't played enough pickleball, I think. But I'm playing tennis though.
Tennis. I know there's a couple tennis courts around here. I'm surprised
we can get it going.
No, I'm no good.
But yeah, music though, I tried, man. I really tried to learn guitar. Not for me. I just do not have that skill set.
Yeah.
But I feel like outside of that though, I was definitely a little bit of a like nerd geeky kind of guy growing up as well. So I definitely got really big into like coding and stuff like that early on.
Shit.
So that was like kind of weird.
Okay.
And then very big into like videography and like photography. So I picked that up pretty early on as well. And that's kind of continued through. Don't really do much of the coding part now. So
yeah, we were talking earlier. Maybe you can help us with this shit show that we got running here.
Please.
Yeah, I got you guys.
Please.
And so what are your hobbies now other than like what are you going out and doing? I mean, if you have an open weekend or maybe some time after work, what's the fun things to go do that you like doing?
Yeah, I think the biggest things for me, it depends on the time period out here in Denver. I think that's one of the good things about it is like you can kind of change your hobbies by the season. But here in like the summer, most of it's like hiking if I can, especially after work or on the weekends. I really enjoy playing disc golf. I know it's kind of a unique sport, but I kind of grew up playing that.
Nice,
so that's definitely one thing I really enjoy. And I feel like I just try to do as many random activities as possible. I like this thing called like Why Not Wednesday. Yeah. And so Wednesdays after work, I kind of take off a little bit early and just try to do something I had never done before.
Nice.
So like recently I did archery. Never did that before. I did
this
curling.
is like a club that you?
No, it's not. I just literally just do this randomly by myself.
You named it. Why not?
I just coined this term out of nowhere.
Like, how do we sign up for this? Okay.
You can join. Anyone can join.
Dude, you should start something up like that.
Honestly though. But yeah, so really the goal was like to try to do new activities I'd never done before.
Okay.
And experience new things. So that's been kind of fun. In the winter, I feel like it's like exclusively snowboarding. Like I try to do that as much as possible. So
do you actually like hiking? People say that around here, and then I go, "Are you hiking actually?" Because I feel like
great question.
Like who is saying they like hiking and who's going hiking? Because
that's a great question. Yeah. Sometimes I fucking hate it. Honestly, sometimes I fucking hate it. It depends on like I'm really there for the end, right? The end view. So like I typically will pick like some sort of like alpine
put it on the
lake
socials.
View. Yeah, you got to, right? Yeah, you got to flex a little bit. You know? Did a 14er on Tuesday.
Dude, talking about you like working out, dude. I saw a picture of you in our huge group chat. You got.
I forgot about that. Oh yeah. Also, I work out a lot. Yeah.
Okay.
Quite a bit.
How's that looking? Looking okay. Okay. Yeah, dude, I was like, what the fuck is going on with this guy?
Dude, that was wild.
I was anyway, I'm not trying to get too in depth, but if any of you ladies out there or men, I don't know what you're into. We haven't gotten to that question yet, but jokes. Anything in between there? No. That's crazy. And word around the apartment complexes, those are fake muscles. Is that true?
Yes. I bought them online.
It's just a suit you put on?
Yeah. So it's actually basically implants. So kind of like you get a BBL.
I've heard about that.
You get
Send me that link.
Yeah,
I got you.
We need the link.
Dude, it's
I'll
a great
take it.
deal. There's this seller in Brazil. They sell them. It's a great deal. It works out really well. They look pretty real too.
Yeah, because it's hard getting. Then you got to eat and stop drinking a lot.
Yeah, exactly, man. Who wants to do that?
Yeah,
that's not fun.
Not me, dude. What was your first job?
My first job as a kid. My first job was actually working for my dad. We print concert T-shirts. So like we did a lot of like Grateful Dead concert T-shirts. Yeah.
Damn.
And it was crazy because we would like also do some of the tie-dyeing as well. And so I'd like tie-dye the shirts and then I'd print Grateful Dead, which awesome. I was like 14. I had no idea what was going on.
Still or
no, dude, I never really got into Grateful Dead, but I have like 400 Grateful Dead T-shirts.
Yeah. Okay, that's pretty sweet.
But yeah, that was like my first job when I was a teen. Yeah.
Okay. What do you like? What kind of music are you into? Do you go to a lot of the venues out here? I feel like a lot of people go to 900 shows a year.
Yeah, people go to a lot of shows. People are always at Red Rocks. I don't know how. Red Rocks is just kind of a pain to get to. My anyways, I listen to a lot of R&B, a lot of house music, a lot of rap. Recently got really big into reggaeton. That might have been the whole Mexico thing. That might have influenced that.
Okay.
But yeah, I definitely go to quite a bit of shows. I feel like it's typically some sort of EDM shows that I typically go to around here.
Nice. What was the last show you went to?
Last show I went to.
EDM.
Oh, it was Odessa.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was there.
Exactly. We were all there. Yeah. That was a good time. That was a great time.
What's have you ever done karaoke? Are you a karaoke guy?
I'm not a big karaoke guy, but I have done karaoke.
What's your go-to song? Do you have a
go-to song? I'd probably say No Air, Jordan Sparks, Chris Brown. Dude, fucking banger, bro.
You gotta go karaoke after this.
But you gotta have someone to do a duet, though. I can't just do like, you can't do both sides. You gotta have someone do the Jordan Sparks.
That would be funny if we cut to us going out to karaoke later, and then it's him doing No Air, and then we just go.
Dude, mine's bad because mine is the Star Spangled Banner. I'll sing that every time I go. And I get booed. I get booed when I do it.
Did you? Is that really?
Oh yeah,
No way.
I've done
What
it
is
twice,
yours?
but the second time I got signed up, they didn't even tell me. All I know is I get called up, Isaac for Star Spangled Banner, and I got booed walking up.
No fucking way.
Yeah, but the whole bar, and so
where
maybe
were
I
you
should
at?
stop that. That was Montana.
Oh, wait, really?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
You would
Yeah.
think people would have been up and out of
Yeah,
attention.
that'd have been fucking hats off. Like,
Got booed the whole way, and then
wow.
Yeah,
That's
not
tough.
much of a singer either. So it was.
Actually, you got the pipes.
It was boo worthy.
Are you close with family at all, or brothers or sisters, anything like that?
Yeah, so I've got one brother. He's a year and a half younger. We're definitely very close. Probably my best friend.
Who's cooler?
He's honestly cooler.
Oh,
It's
you can't say that on a podcast.
dude, yeah. So I mean, he's like he's one of those people that just will say anything off the cuff. And somehow it lands every time. It's like hilarious. Yeah. And you're like, you probably shouldn't have said that, but like,
But it was funny.
yeah. And everyone knows he doesn't have like malicious intent.
Yeah.
So it's like, okay, but it's like, dude, what are you talking about?
Yeah.
So I feel like people really, get attracted by that.
Yeah,
so.
maybe not so much as
I'm the better looking brother, but
Yeah,
he's,
okay,
he's,
well, that's the only
he's the
thing that
funny one,
matters.
I think.
Yeah,
But,
he's the funny
yeah.
one. Yeah, well, it evens out.
Yeah,
It gives us
exactly.
the-
Yeah.
humor and stuff. But has he ever brought a gal around and he's like, "What are you doing?"
Yeah, it's happened. Yeah, for sure.
Little brother. Okay. Dude, do you have any weird quirks or anything like that?
Any weird quirks?
Or has anybody told you have any weird quirks?
I feel like I do, but I don't know. I'm not thinking of anything off the top of my head.
Has anybody been like mine is I'll just whistle around the house and I'm constantly like singing and I'm sure it bothers him.
It drives you nuts.
It is the worst. Like the thing is, he'll have headphones in, and you know when you're singing with headphones in, you're just kind of like half singing, half mumbling,
Right. Yeah,
whistling.
yeah.
But when I'm actually singing, it sounds good, no?
Yeah.
Sure, sure.
Yeah, we'll go with that.
Sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Sounds so good.
I've had since middle school. You can't give a compliment to anybody. You know, like it's like, you can't. You gotta
how our
humble
friends
each
are.
other.
Right,
That's
exactly.
something- So, yeah. So any vices, unhealthy habits? I mean, you're a pretty healthy guy.
Yeah, I'm a pretty healthy guy. I feel like vices.
Brief stint with crack or something like
Yeah,
that.
dude. There was that one time. It was
Who
like,
hasn't?
Yeah, exactly. It was only like 3 or 4 months though, so it wasn't that big of a deal.
It's not big of a deal.
Yeah. So other than that, pretty healthy for the most part. You know, maybe sometimes a few more drinks than I probably should, but you know, we're human.
It happens, dude.
It happens,
Especially
you
in
know?
Denver. You get here and then you forget to stop drinking. Sometimes.
Exactly. Yeah. Exactly. I feel like there's always something going on too. So
Yeah.
it's like always for some reason a big event. It's like always.
yeah.
I don't know why.
Yeah,
like every
your
weekend.
buddy is like, "Hey, it's my birthday," and I was like, "Dude, you can't have 3 birthdays in a year."
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. And you have like 3 birthdays any weekend, and you're like, what is happening?
Yeah,
Like,
it's not the leap year or something. You know, he's like, "Yeah, well, it's the second leap year." And,
yeah, exactly.
What's what do you like? What's important to you? You know, do you have certain? You know, what's important to you? That is it family? Is it like what kind of values? Anything like that?
Yeah, I feel like the big things for me is definitely just being like curious about stuff. So like always wanting to
That's
like
a good answer.
it's like always like looking to like learn and like share.
Okay.
Like I don't really care necessarily like you don't necessarily care what I'm talking about, but just being like genuinely interested and then also having something to share back.
Okay.
Again, like we don't have to share the same interests, but just the fact that you are interested in something and want to share it, like that makes me happy.
Okay.
And I think that goes for the people I surround myself with. My family is definitely big on that. My family, of course, I love my family. They're the best people in my life.
Nice.
And so definitely people having a big family presence is important for me. I think the other piece of it too is just being like moving a lot. Like I'm pretty like
You're on the go.
I'm on the go. I like to do a lot of stuff. And so I'm pretty active. And so also being able to share that kind of like activeness and being interested in like trying new activities as well, I think is a really big thing for me.
Okay. Do you cook?
Yeah, I cook.
You cook, okay.
I cook, yeah,
Do you usually cook? Say you have somebody over. Is that like a trick of the trade? You know, you cook the own meal and.
You know, that's not necessarily my go-to, but down the road,
what's the
if we
meal
get
that
a
you
few-
cook for the ladies?
It depends on what they're interested in. You know, like depends on their. So like my favorite cuisine is like Japanese food, Korean food. So I love making like a bibimbap like bowl, like fucking phenomenal. Dude, shit hits. So that's like a special one. People don't make
the
that.
words you just said. That's how you know it's a good meal. Yeah.
Sounded tasty.
It's amazing. I'll make it for you guys. Come downstairs. Yeah.
Hey, dude, we're not women, so don't be trying anything after. You know?
Hey, you better be careful. I told you the shirt's kind of nice.
Yeah, you do. Yeah. All right. Dude, I mean, do you let loose? You go to parties, you go do anything? I mean, is that often? How do you let loose? I mean, it's just fun times out with friends. You got a bunch of friends here. I know we're in that group chat together, so I'm sure.
Yeah, I definitely feel like over the past 3 years, I've built a pretty good base of friends here. I think that group chat has definitely helped.
Yeah.
It's a little actually negative probably because everyone's in the same building.
Oh, yeah.
And they're always talking
What are
about
you
doing
doing?
something,
Yeah.
and you're like, dude, I need to chill.
Yeah.
But yeah, I feel like letting loose is typically just going out with some friends for the night. I honestly prefer like day parties.
Oh, day parties.
Dude,
Okay.
like that's the best way to. For me, I prefer to like
Day drinking is
top tier, right? Man?
It's way
Like,
better.
Way better. 100%.
And then you're in bed by
what I'm saying.
hopefully, unless you start day drinking and then it turns
continues
into
on. That's dangerous.
to next day.
That'll get you in trouble.
that will get you in trouble.
Yeah. But I love having like a nice little. Like we go out and grab some drinks during the day and like dick around for a bit.
Okay.
And we're good. That's like the best way.
Do you put on any music? Say you bring a gal over. Do you put on any music?
Oh, for sure.
What's your go-to there?
My go-to probably gonna be Party Next Door.
Okay. So
D&D,
a little,
baby.
A little low and slow. Okay. What? How do you find dates in this godforsaken town?
Oh, Jesus Christ. Definitely the best way is at the bars, honestly, or out and about.
You're
honestly,
not on the apps, huh?
No, not on the apps.
Okay. Were you ever on the apps?
I was on the apps as soon as I became single. It was like very shortly after. Got on the apps and I was like, "This is just not it, dude." Yeah, you have to. And I was like, "This is not it."
Yeah.
And then I started having more luck at like bars and just like going to social events. And so that's been big. But I'm trying to like kind of divert from that. 'Cause I feel like I'm attracting
what's the
same
go-to
crowd.
approach for a suave fellow like yourself?
There is no go-to approach.
What's it? You just look at him and
Just flex.
Give him a little. Give him a little.
You're like, wait, this guy's taking his shirt off in the middle of tab 14. I don't know.
And
how
it
I
works
feel
every
about
time.
it. Somebody, it's got out of 100. One of the gals has to be
it's
like,
gotta work sometime. Yeah.
Yeah.
No, honestly, I feel like I don't really have like a solid approach.
no
Just,
pickup lines.
No
hit
pickup
them
lines,
with?
man. I'm just
Okay.
like typically it's just like a hey and then some sort of compliment. Like I try to like pick something out and then try to use that to start a conversation.
Okay.
And it works some of the time. It's
Hey.
not bad.
What's your go-to, Isaac?
I mean, I feel like just starting the conversation, and you can tell right
I've never
away.
seen
if
you
Yeah.
start a conversation.
Yeah, me personally, no. That's
Could not be me.
that's way too scary. But I feel like that's the way to go. You know, just
Yeah.
say anything, and you'll be able to tell right away if they're into it or not.
Yeah. What's your go-to?
Hey guys, this is about you. You know, this is your interview here. I mean,
Whoa,
this
whoa,
is
whoa.
really.
Joey's got zero game.
I'm trying to get some tips right now. I need some tips for later tonight when we go
I
out.
have a.
We're doing this to learn. We're not experts by any means.
Put on
We're
a
trying to
clinic
learn
for you right now. You know, it's just, do you mind if we do a segment brought to you by our sponsor?
Yeah. For
Okay.
Sure. Yeah.
Okay. Just. He's running the commercial.
Okay.
There's no commercial.
And we're back. All right. So this segment.
Sponsor us,
is-
please.
Yeah. Well, you can't tell them we don't have any sponsors.
Who do you want to be sponsored by? What would be the top sponsor? What would be like?
Dude, when we were talking about this last time, I mean, probably Blue Chew. You got to hit Blue Chew.
Oh,
up with
dude,
the
that'd be
sponsor.
fucking great. Yeah, that's
You ever
perfect.
use a Blue Chew? Me neither.
Bro, I might need to though.
Yeah.
last time.
I like boots, Tacovas. That would be sick, you know.
Yeah,
Some
yeah,
cowboy
yeah.
boots. Anyway, this next segment is called, you know, some people call it icks. I don't really like the word ick, so it could be like a red flag.
here
It's
for
a
that.
turn off. It's a turn off. And so I'm just gonna throw a couple at you, and just let me know if you're about it or
Yeah,
not
for sure.
really about it. Okay.
About it.
Okay.
Yeah, female, I'm about it.
Okay.
It has two legs.
Oh, yeah.
She,
Take two. Sorry.
This just might be a red. I don't know if it is. For some people it is. Like she is friends, like good friends with her ex. Mhm. Whoa. Uh-oh.
Good friends?
You know. Well, they're just friends.
Oh, red flag for sure.
Okay. Okay.
Yeah. I mean, yeah.
What if you're more muscular than him?
You know, the thing about it is, it's gonna happen at some point if they're like friends. Like they're gonna do something that's gonna really drive you nuts.
Yeah.
And then you just feel like, I'm better looking, and she still went back. That just fucking hurt your ego right there. That's bad.
Yeah.
You don't want to play that game.
Okay, I'm gonna hit you with another one, and this
Okay.
is controversial out here in the city, but she vapes
She vapes
excessively.
excessively.
Okay, or maybe just vapes moderately.
Moderately acceptable. I'll let us.
What if there's always a vape in her hand?
Nah, fuck no.
What if you guys are, you know, getting into it and she has to
hold
stop
on.
for a second?
blows it in your face?
She's like, all right,
Honestly,
keep
I'm
going.
feeling a little turned on right now thinking about that.
She's
Honestly,
like, one for you, one for you.
I'm down. Yeah, fuck it. Yeah, no, that's no.
She's into like horoscopes or what is it, astrology?
Astrology. How into it? Like she identifies and
crystals.
identifies you. Oh,
She
no.
has crystals.
No, we're out.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. There's a lot of gals around here that will
That is true. Yeah.
ask you about the astrology, right? And then I
Yeah,
always
it's-
ask them like, what is it? And like, what does that mean? And then it's
Yeah.
trying to get it better. Still have no clue.
Yeah, I still have no idea. It isn't. Yeah.
I will say this, and I'm going to out myself, but I did look up like the negative because I'm a Virgo, and so am I?
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. His birthday is Monday, actually.
Yeah.
Oh shit! Happy early birthday!
It's Virgo
We
season,
should
baby.
celebrate this weekend. Yeah. Let's do it.
I know. We can celebrate tonight.
So we're not celebrating on
Celebrate
Monday.
tonight.
Respectfully, we're not doing it on Monday.
No, thank you. No, thank you. But like I was like, what are the downfalls of a Virgo? And they all made sense. They were all like spot on. I was like,
Add up.
fuck, this is not real.
Yeah, the thing is,
Yeah.
we're both Virgos, though, and I would argue we are very
So
different.
different.
Yeah, you are very different people. Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
I don't know about all that.
Yeah.
It's tough. I feel like they're generic enough that it it fits most of the mold, but then you're like,
They're all kind of like similar. Though.
yeah, because I mean,
they're all,
like, yeah, no, exactly. I mean, same thing. I'm a Pisces, and I still feel like I read it, and I'm like, fuck, dude, that is kind of me.
that is
but
kind of like to a T. Which
I'm
is,
like not really trying to give her the satisfaction. Of
Yeah,
knowing
I don't
that, though,
wanna-
You know, she doesn't need to know that.
Yeah, she doesn't need to know she was right about it the entire time. Yeah.
Keep gaslighting her on that one.
She doesn't really have any hobbies. Is that?
Oh, red flag for sure.
Okay, that's
yeah,
red
yeah. It's been a big issue in past relationships. I recently kind of figured out people don't have other hobbies and interests.
What if they want to hang out all the time? Which is, it could be, some people like that.
It depends on if they like plan things to do.
Okay.
If you want to hang out a bunch and you plan a lot, like let's do this activity, let's go do that, whatever. Sure, yeah. But if you just want to like hang out and sit around, it's not really for me.
Isaac had a gal that hunkered down in his house and wouldn't leave for a little while. I don't know. Well, we probably shouldn't.
Did she practically move in?
Yeah. Well,
No. I
Was it
mean,
good?
it was. No. Yeah. Just a lot.
Yeah, that's how it goes. Yeah. So it's the not having hobbies and also not having friends are like the two biggest
Yeah.
ones. Like if you don't spend a lot of time with friends, you don't like get out and like. Because I want you to go spend time with your friends.
well, I
and,
want to go
like,
spend time with my friends, so maybe you should go.
Exactly,
Yeah,
that's what I'm
yes.
saying. Yeah, so we need to have mutually like that same feeling.
Absolutely. Okay, so say you're, maybe it's a first day, maybe you take her home, and some people like to take them home, some people don't. They like to wait for maybe a third. That has nothing to do with the next question, but it's what if like she doesn't shave her armpits or legs?
Oh, dude, that's a tough one for me to get behind. I'm not gonna say it's a red flag. You do whatever you want, but it's not for me. Like I don't.
What if it was for you? Like in the moment, would you stop?
Would I stop?
We'll say you're getting a little hot and heavy.
We're getting hot and heavy.
Yeah.
Then I then get down there and realize
Not a lot of hair.
it's just
It's not. I mean,
just Sasquatch down here.
yeah, she's just like kind of like this, and you're like looking, and it's a little bit. I mean, you know.
I'm gonna be a little turned off. I'll be honest. I might be soft.
And that's why you have a blue tube.
That's why you get that today's sponsor.
Today's sponsor. Okay. Well, that's pretty much it for our segment there, and we're gonna move on to what you're looking for here.
What am I looking for here in Denver?
And you are looking for a woman.
Yes and no. You know, right now, not so much. Not something serious.
Okay.
All right, so I'm definitely looking for a woman.
I was just asking gender.
Oh,
here.
gender.
Yeah. So
Yeah,
yes
yeah.
and no. I didn't know where we were going with that.
So no. So I'm looking for a woman.
Okay.
But not looking for anything serious.
So
right
like
now.
maybe a little fling, you know,
Just a little
something,
fling, yeah,
nothing,
yeah.
you know, and if it turned into something a little bit more,
Yeah, I think
would you back up or would you kind of go forward?
It really depends. So I feel like right now I'm definitely not in the place to be in a serious relationship, but I feel like in a few months
Comes out of
time, I
nowhere
will.
though sometimes.
It
You
does.
never
That's the
know.
problem,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
You meet someone, you're like, oh, actually you're cool as fuck,
Yeah,
and like you're
yeah.
hot as fuck. You're like, whoa. You're like maybe I should reevaluate my previous thoughts.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, if that happens, it happens, right?
Okay.
And so I'm not going to necessarily.
Do you tell them up front?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
How do you go
Kind
about
of.
it? Like,
It depends on where it goes, right? Like, so I was on a date pretty recently. I feel like most time people ask, especially
Yeah.
now, if you're on an actual date.
you tell them that you're like, hey, I'm just as a fling thing on the date or what? That sounds.
Dude, I have.
Probably sounds like the right thing to do. Honestly,
It is the right
but
thing to
yeah,
do.
yeah,
It is the right thing to do. So I feel like most like somewhat serious like setup dates I've had, the girls always asked.
Okay.
That's happened in every experience so far. But I did have one kind of recently where like I went out and I met someone at the bar and we went back, yada yada yada, and we're like in the bed and she's like, "Are you trying to be living a hot boy summer, or is this going to be serious?"
In the
afterwards?"
bed.
In the
She-
bed,
she-
yeah,
right at
We're,
the
like,
goal line.
right at the goal line, and I was like, "Are we really doing this right now?
Yeah.
Like at this current time?"
And what did she want to? Did she want to hear? Like she wanted.
I was like-
did it matter to her? Or?
Yeah, it mattered. She wasn't down for it afterwards. So it
That's
was
what
like,
it's-
do I just be a fuckboy?
You're a good
I was
human
like,
being.
I'm not gonna do that
Yeah,
to you.
you're a good human being.
She was like, okay.
was
So,
nice, yeah.
I'm gonna call
I
an
used to
Uber.
would have lied. Not me though.
Isaac would have lied.
I think I do well at being straight up.
Don't lie to us, Isaac.
Yeah,
be
dude,
real.
you don't have to
Be real.
They'll figure you out. You know, fourth pod, dude.
Yeah, it's gonna take a few. It's gonna take a few.
You're like, yeah, I'm gonna take you on a date next week, a hot date. Yeah. We're gonna get steak, wine. Never text her back.
Yeah, never text them.
And so you've had long-term relationships?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Whoa, I skipped ahead. My bad. Okay, so
It's good.
what values do you want in a woman? You know, what are you looking for? Say, well, I guess if it's fling season, then it doesn't matter still, or
Not really. If it's fling season, not as much. You know. Okay. All right. That sounds bad. That sounds really bad.
exposed.
Damn. Should I have said that? No. So
Those are shots, I think. Yeah. I'm
so
sweating
yeah.
over here, dude. Did you turn it up? What the hell?
Yeah, fling season, the values matter a little less.
Okay.
It's really about, right, like, do we have fun? Are you good looking? Do we have fun? Right?
So it's more of like the connection you have at the time. Is it fun? Is it easy? Is it like
Yeah, exactly.
you know?
And so we'll
Okay.
keep going as long
How
as things
long
are
did-
fun and not serious and not like, complicated. There's no drama. There's no issues.
Yeah.
We'll keep going.
How long do the flings usually? If it's flings and they know it's flings, it's like how long does it usually go for?
Yeah, that's a tough one. I don't know if there's like a set. I feel like it always ends up being like a month max.
Okay.
So then it starts to be like a conversation of like, okay, do we see something maybe potentially long
Dude,
term?
does it end with somebody kind of getting hurt a little bit?
I
or-
feel like it does inevitably.
Does
but I
that-
feel like the person ending it also gets hurt. Like
Yeah.
it goes both sides, right? Because you're like, oh, I fuck, actually really
You
like
think that's
hanging out with them.
50-50, or or is it? Do you feel like you're ending it mostly, or they're ending it sometimes, or what is it?
I've had both recently, and I feel like it's definitely not 50-50. I feel like whoever is ending it, well, it depends. I should take that back. Whoever wants more of the long-term relationship is the worse off person.
Okay. Yeah. And then how do you, I mean, like, that's never a fun conversation.
Yeah, it's an awful conversation. Yeah. And it's just like.
Is that over text? Is that a phone call? Is that like you're out, you get a couple drinks in you, and, you know,
Yeah,
the
you
truth
have
starts
to
coming
grab
out?
a drink and you're like, oh, by the way. You don't start, we need to talk. No.
Yeah,
You just throw it out there kind of
Yeah,
casually.
by the way, this is the last time we'll be seeing each other.
Also, we split the bill for this one, so good luck.
Actually, I only had a soda water, and you had 4 drinks. So I mean, I'm not getting it this time.
Exactly.
Oh, okay. Like, so, paint the perfect. Like, say you're to the point you want a wifey. You know, what's your perfect gal, or who do you usually go for? What does that look like? You know.
I feel like my ideal type is probably not who I should actually go for.
Yeah.
I told you the toxic short Latino
Latino
women,
mommies.
not a good idea.
Yeah, okay.
I mean, sorry to the toxic short Latino women out there, but
They know who they are.
they know exactly. That's what I'm saying. They know exactly who they are. Probably not a good idea. They're fun, but not a good. Anyways, but yeah, no, I feel like for me, it's gonna be like taller girl, has a good career set.
How tall?
I think like 5'8", 5'9" ish.
Yeah.
It'd be like pretty ideal.
That's like
Yeah,
that's a
because they
sweet
can still
spot.
wear like heels and like be similar heights.
Yeah.
I don't need anything that's like she's towering over me. Like,
Would you a 6 foot kind of gal? Would you?
No,
You're
that'd
6
be
foot.
tight. Yeah, I'm 6 foot.
okay,
So like,
okay.
She could wear some fucking
You hear that,
Hokas.
ladies? He's 6 foot. A true 6 foot?
True 6 foot.
Okay,
We
there
can
you
make
go.
the measurement stick out right now.
Yeah, we should
can
have
fucking-
one.
Oh, that's a great idea, dude.
Stand up on the wall.
Just paint it right on the wall. Every guest.
We'll lower it a couple inches so everybody.
Yeah.
the guys are
Yeah, I'm 6'3" for sure. Yeah. But yeah, good career set. I think big thing is being like active, like either goes to the gym a lot or has like a sport they like to participate in a lot. Big on friends. Like they have their own set of friends, and they also understand like space.
Okay.
Right. So they'll go and do their own thing, and they don't need you around. They don't need me around. And then family. We talked about it before. Like family's a big thing for me. I understand people have a lot of interesting and tough family dynamics, but I would like them to have a good relationship with their family. So
It's big.
it's a tough
It's
one.
important.
Yeah. I think it's a tough one because it's one that people don't share very early on, especially if it's not good.
Right.
So it's one of those kinds of things you kind of weed through. Then you find out and you're like, oh, there's a lot of drama back there.
Yeah.
But yeah,
Happens.
that's,
Yeah. You don't want it to be a trauma dump first or second. date,
exactly.
you know?
Yeah. No.
Do politics play a role? And I mean, for you,
I'm not a very big political person.
no. That's what I noticed out here. Like nobody really talks.
Yeah,
about
no one
it,
ever
which is-
really
It's
did.
nice. Yeah.
I was on a date recently, and this girl just went off, like super liberal girl, just went off, and I was like, we are not having the same conversation.
Yeah,
And I was
yeah,
like, I have
yeah.
no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
So I'm not really big into politics. My dad was huge into politics, and kind of just turned me off because he just talks about it a lot.
Same.
You feel?
It's true. Yeah, the parents will get wild.
Yeah, exactly. So, I mean, if they have some like questionable like values, then like you know we got to talk about that.
Yeah,
But in terms of like politics, like I don't really care for the most part.
Okay.
I prefer really not to talk about it.
Okay.
In most cases.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. What like so love languages? Are you? I mean, what are your love languages?
time.
Quality time.
Yeah, it's number one. Then acts of service. Is
Okay.
next.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Which is a tough one.
Yeah. That is. Yeah. That's. It's. Yeah.
Quality time is pretty easy. Obviously, you know, most women want to spend time with you if they like you.
Yes.
But acts of service, I find, is not a very typical trait of most
I
women.
feel like that's pretty. That's lower on a lot of people's.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly, yeah.
But do you find it's important to find a gal that has the same as you, or I mean, will you deal if they have totally different love languages?
I will deal if they have totally different love languages, but there needs to be an understanding of at least the acts of service piece
Yeah.
for me, right?
At least they're making an effort. To
Yeah,
try
exactly,
To, okay.
exactly.
Okay.
You know, I've been in previous relationships where people didn't really make an effort,
Yeah.
right? And they didn't really understand that, and that was hard for me.
Yeah.
But yeah, again, like we can have completely different ones, but as long as you kind of understand that and work towards it and kind of want to understand and learn me better, but know me better
absolutely.
and what I need, then like we're good.
Yeah, it's like, both people feel heard and
Exactly.
feel loved in the relationship.
Exactly, yeah.
Do you is intimacy a big part in the relationship?
Oh, for sure.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So,
So you like fucking is what you're trying to say?
you know, from time to time, I enjoy a good fuck.
What?
Audio's good apparently. Audio's good.
The audio is great. Yeah.
Yeah, I know. So intimacy is a big thing for me. I'm not big on PDA, but you know,
You're not big on PDA.
I'm not big on
out and
PDA.
about if they're over you, they want to smooch in front of them.
no. I mean, obviously, sometimes it just gets hot and heavy at a certain moment. You just gotta,
True.
But PDA, no.
So if
Go ahead.
Go ahead.
I would say, but a little scandalous activity,
Oh yeah, like
then
like if they're trying to pull you away to go do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
You're into that.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
You got a place that
Dude, I got.
And you don't have to say it on here.
I got
but,
a story for you guys.
Okay,
And
I would
this
like a
is-
story.
I think this is a trick that I recently. This may work out.
Oh, that's my package. It's a package.
Your
That's
package
fetch.
right
Yeah,
there.
yeah.
I don't know if this is. I haven't tried this too many times, but I recently figured this out. Is I think if you are on a few dates with a girl and you ask her what are some of her what's the right word here? Basically dream sex scenarios. So weird places they want to fuck.
Yeah.
I think you can kind of slide that in and be like, all right, we can go do that somewhere, right? So some people are they want to do it in a church, or some people want to do it in, I don't know, a bar,
In a
club,
church, jeez. Sacrilegious.
Get out of here quick. But recently, one girl was like, "Oh, I've always wanted to do it on a 14er,"
Oh wow.
and
you're like, hey, I love hiking.
I fucking love
Did I
hiking.
tell you I love hiking? I don't know that about you.
And
but-
we got on a 14er.
Oh,
and I was like,
wow,
wow,
okay.
this is great.
Okay.
Yeah,
Is that the wildest you probably say?
probably.
You get home, there's weird rocks, 14,000 foot rocks.
Yeah,
and
exactly.
Places
Yeah,
there shouldn't be. Okay.
exactly. Yeah.
Very nice, very nice. Okay, well, so say that the right person came along, and I know it's fling season, but say just checked all the boxes. Would it be hard to say no to keep it going, or
It'd be hard to say no to keep it going.
Okay.
Yeah. I'd probably I'd try to ride it out for
Okay.
a while and to see where things go.
okay? Are you more of a romantic, or was your if a gal's schmoozing you and lovey-dovey, it's
Yeah.
working out? Would you say that, or
Yeah, I feel like.
you a dog
Yeah.
like Isaac?
No, I'm not like Isaac, dude. He's a different level of dog that I just can't. I admire, honestly. I want to be like that, but I just.
I don't know.
I can't.
The legend dog.
I don't have that dog in me like that,
The
you know?
legend of
Like,
Isaac is still.
I'm just a little
the dog's in the
chihuahua
heart over there.
Hey, I still got that dog in you, bro.
Got that dog,
That's-
No, definitely more romantic, I feel like.
Okay.
It's that, the Pisces soft boy. That's
Is
me.
it
Yeah.
Pisces sophomore? Huh? That's a yeah. Okay. Anyway. Sorry. Yeah, anyway, okay. Past experience-wise, you've been in a long-term relationship. You
Yeah.
got out of one a little while ago.
Yeah.
It just didn't work out because of was it just she was a little bit different, or what was it? You guys had different views or different. What was it? If you don't mind explaining, and you don't have to go into it too deep if you don't want to.
Yeah, I think the biggest piece was going back to the curiosity and having hobbies, right?
Mm-hmm.
She didn't really have a lot of hobbies in general. She just kind of wanted to hang out all the time, and didn't really have a lot of interest in things.
Okay.
And so at a certain point, your conversation just kind of starts stalling, and I think through that, I start losing attraction.
Okay.
So that was a big piece of it, and there's some other stuff I'm not gonna get into, but those are probably the biggest things for me, and I think that starts to influence other parts of the relationship, and you start to be more analytical about other things that you weren't
How
previously.
long were you with her for?
2.5 years.
Oh wow, that's
It was
a long
a while,
time.
yeah, it was a
That's a
while.
long time.
Yeah.
Okay. At one point, did you feel like this is the one, or
I definitely did for a while.
Yeah. So they get you.
Yeah, I know, right? Fucking damn. It was it was weird because we were traveling around a lot, and I think that helps to maybe make a little bit of I don't know, a smoke screen to certain things you're overlooking.
It's something new and exciting, and you're out doing things.
Yeah,
and
exactly. So you definitely will easily overlook stuff.
You guys, you traveled a lot. You guys
Yeah.
had a little bit of a following on
Yeah.
the socials and stuff, and and you're still doing that, or
Not doing it anymore.
Okay.
So I basically kind of took time off. I feel like it was. I didn't know what to do after that. After we kind of broke things off, it was all right, we're not going to continue this together. So how does this look? So it's no.
And he's out. He's single, fellas, folks, women. And so, okay, damn it. What did you learn from it? Did you learn anything that you came away from and you're like, oh man, this is what I'm not going to do. This is what I am going to do next. I'm going to be a little more cautious here. Or is there something that you took away from the past relationship?
Yeah, I think definitely the pieces of what I'm looking for is a little bit more clear of what I want in a woman. I think for myself too, it's just there's a lot of things I neglected for myself, and I kind of like put in the back burner for them to support them, and like realizing that okay, I need to not do those things. Those are important to me. And those are what makes me who I am, and also makes me like a continuously like happy person.
Right.
And so I think those are kind of the biggest things. It's like, okay, making sure I'm taking time for myself, doing the things that I want to do, spending time with my friends, not necessarily with them. And also just kind of, I don't know, I feel like making my, how do I put this? I feel I'm always like looking to make sure I include them in everything and all my decisions and everything. And it's like, it's very hard to kind of put that weight on yourself.
Yeah.
Of like taking them into account for everything you do.
Do you think there was any like fault on your side of any of it, or is it
for
like,
sure, yeah.
You think it could have worked out a certain way if maybe it was without extending yourself too much or changing yourself, or do you think it just wasn't going to work?
Yeah, I definitely think that there was some fault on my side. So I think one of the biggest things is understanding how people need emotional support.
Yeah.
So like you receive information or support in a certain way, then the other person might not give it in the same way. And so I gave support in the way I want to receive support, right? But that wasn't the way they needed. And I didn't really realize that until afterwards. And it was like, oh, I was giving basically myself help, but like not you.
Yeah, dude. I mean, I felt like, I think we're animals, and I had no idea what the fuck I was doing in my first serious relationship.
Yeah.
I'm like, Jesus, like, this is how I acted.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Like, trying to be a normal human being. Yeah. And so I guess has an ex ever said you had any red flags?
The classic avoidant tendencies. If you guys are familiar with the anxious, avoidant, kind of secure attachment styles. Yeah. Definitely carry some of the avoidant tendencies.
Well, we don't have to get into it, but thanks for sharing.
We can leave that one off.
Do you think, and I don't know how many relationships you've been in, but like more healthy or toxic relationships?
I think overall very healthy.
Okay, that's good. That's good. That's a green flag for the ladies. I've heard some people have said that. So, a loaded question. Why are you single right now?
Why am I single?
It's just because it's fling season, right?
Yeah, it's because it's fling season. I also feel like I need to, post my last relationship, I need to kind of sort out what I really want in a person. Mm-hmm. And I also kind of need to figure out like what I want to do with my life as well. So I feel like I'm in a pretty good path forward, and I kind of know what I want to do. But I feel like there's always...
Go ahead.
I was just going to say, I think one of the things I didn't do in my previous relationship was take time to kind of like check on myself and like, okay, am I going the direction I want to be in?
Yeah.
And so that's kind of what I'm doing now. Is like, okay, all right, what decisions do I want to make in my life? What changes do I want to make in my life?
Yeah. We're having camera troubles. I don't know if you know that. Do you want kids?
I do want kids.
Okay.
Yeah, I eventually want kids.
How many kids do you want?
No more than 2.
Okay.
I'd say maximum 3, but I'm feeling 2.
Okay.
Yeah, 2 is ideal.
Nice. Does it matter, boys, girls?
I mean, I prefer to have 2 boys, but
I feel like God is going to give me 3 girls because.
Just to say fuck. So that's still fuck you.
Yeah. Well, like both of my sisters, I have 4 nephews, you know, and so they all have boys, and I'm like, this is just a fun joke that's about to happen.
Yeah, no,
so I'm ready for like the girl dad and all that stuff. But,
yeah.
All right, dude. So we're back. We had minor camera inconveniences. Do you have a first date horror story?
A first date horror story? Actually, yes, dude.
That's awesome.
Holy shit! It was my first date after breaking up with my ex. I went to a bar to meet this girl. I pull up a little bit before she does. Get there, and my ex's best friend is sitting there at the bar. And as soon as I walk in, we make fucking eye contact, and I was like, there's no way this is happening right now.
And it was her. That was your date.
Yeah.
It was the ex's best friend.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. They're no longer friends.
She's like, my turn.
Yeah. And I was like, do I leave? Do I like stay? And so I ended up, the date pulled up like 2 seconds later, and I was like, I gotta play it cool, I guess. Yeah. And the girl just kept looking over the whole time, and I was like, this is rough.
You hit her with one of these here.
Yeah, basically. Yeah. I was like, oh.
Like, mind your business.
Did you tell the girl? Like,
no, I didn't tell her.
You just play.
I was like, I didn't know if I should or not. I was like,
that.
This is like my first date after like finally being single. Yeah. This is what happens.
Which is the hardest one.
This random. Yeah, exactly. I was like nervous as hell. I'm like, oh, this is bad. But
dude, we're gonna hit you with some what ifs right now.
All right, hit me.
These are just situations, maybe like they're probably never gonna happen, but like I just want to hear a reaction of how you would handle it.
Yeah.
Okay. So anyway, you're dating for about 3 months, and you find out that she's a furry.
Jesus Christ. Oh, oof. What do I do in that scenario? Yeah, we gotta call it off. Yeah, it's good.
But what if you really liked her?
Do I have to participate in the furry events, or can she just go do them?
I mean, how do you want to participate?
I'm not participating.
Okay.
Hey, roof, I'm in.
Hey, get the dog.
Okay, say you're, you've been dating for 2.5 years. You're about ready to ask the question.
Yeah.
Pop the question, and she proposes to you.
Fuck, dude, I'm down for it. What am I getting though?
Oh, yeah.
I want I don't want a ring or something. I want like a car or some shit. Like
That would be sick.
Give me a fucking truck.
You
bro.
know what? I would be okay with that now, too. Now thinking about that. I wasn't even thinking about a gift the whole time. I was just like,
let me get something.
I might feel less manly, but if
I'm
I'm getting like an F-150 or something.
That's what I'm saying. Get me a
nice.
truck and we're done. Done deal.
I'm all
I'll
in
cry
now.
and everything. I got you. I'll fucking jump up and down. I don't
You're
give
like,
a
why
shit.
are you on one knee? And then she goes, beep, beep. And then
You're
you
like-
look over and it's an F-150. You're like, yes.
Yes, immediately. Yes, whatever you want.
I do.
Okay, so you're married to her.
Yeah.
You have a couple kids, say 10 plus years.
I thought you were gonna say 10 plus kids. I was like, holy
No,
fuck.
10 plus years. Oh, yeah. And she starts hitting you with the, hey, Kayla and Fred are doing this new thing called an open marriage. I think it might be interesting.
10 years in.
Yeah, 10 years in, a couple kids.
I'd probably entertain it.
You'd entertain? Seriously?
I'd entertain it.
Okay.
It depends on like what our
And she's like, hey,
depends on what our sex life is like.
we want to
Like,
go to
you
a
know?
party. You put the keys in the bowl at the beginning. They have an upside down pineapple. Something like that. You'd be open?
Yeah. I'd be open.
Okay,
We can talk
okay,
about
that's
it.
right.
It doesn't sound ideal, but
Do
know?
you feel like you think there'd be any jealousy in that, or just you
it
have
depends,
to?
Like if you
Yeah.
look over and some guy's just dogging your girl, and like, yo, you're gonna
There's only
feel
two
some type
ways
of
to
way.
react on that.
Yeah,
That's if you like it or you don't like it.
Yeah. They can't show like significantly more excitement than they do with you.
Yeah.
Then that's gonna hurt.
Like I've never had this before, and you're like,
exactly. Yeah, you're gonna.
it's almost got to be like a little bit less,
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, you gotta like scope out the competition in that kind of situation. Like you can't. No.
Yeah, the guy can't be over there hitting one of these.
Exactly.
Okay. You've been married to your partner, or no? You're about to marry your partner. It's like love of your life,
We're engaged.
And then you
getting
find
close.
out, it comes to through the grapevine, or something happens,
Yeah.
like at 22 and whatever the fuck that thing is. She's your second cousin.
Shit. What do you mean? What am I doing? We're not.
No, I mean, like, are you just like having that information and you're pushing it down real deep and you're not saying anything about it to anybody? Because nobody else knows. It's just you.
Oh,
and
okay.
her.
Just I know.
It's just a second cousin. And I don't even know how the lineage works in that. And I'm trying to think about who that would be.
That's a tough one because
Is that
You
even
already
a
did-
relation, a second cousin? Like,
Second
you are-
cousin, that's your parents' cousin's kid, I think.
So it is blood.
Yeah, that's blood.
this-
Second
Third
cousin's
cousin's not blood.
I mean
right?
it's.
I think. I don't. What's it? I don't know.
We should go down that road.
blood. It's the second cousin's
You're
blood.
there. You put in all this effort. Like you love each other.
You
this is it.
you want to marry
You
her.
want to marry this guy.
And
You
you
two are
find
the
out.
only ones that know this.
We both know.
You both know.
We share that. That's
just
good.
came
At least.
to-
I can't,
to
as long
light.
as it's not just on me. I feel like you need to call it off.
Really?
You do. But the issue is, you already fucking did the deed.
Yeah, you already.
You
fucked.
already-
Yeah, nobody. And guess what? Here's another stipulation I'll throw in. Nobody ever finds out.
I feel like morally, I just cannot. That's just
Morally,
no.
it's hotter.
It's just no.
It's
He draws the line at incest.
That's where.
Gotta respect it.
Okay. It's about. Okay. Oh, she wants to wait till marriage.
Oh, dude, that's tough. No, couldn't do
Happens.
it.
It happens.
Couldn't do it. You got to know what it's like before you get in there.
Yeah.
Like,
Well.
yeah, before you get married, you need to know.
You need
gotta
to
know.
know,
You know? I mean, like, what if you're with a girl and she's like extreme, like screamer?
Oh.
That sounds awful, right?
Sounds awesome.
That's
No, I'm just kidding. All right.
I don't know about you, but
Last question, dude. Could you just, why are you a catch? Why
am I a catch?
Maybe if you want to look at me, look at the camera, look at Isaac over there. Like, why
Look at
would
me.
a gal?
oh, dude,
why
no,
would
I
a
can't
gal
say this about
maybe
looking at
wanna-
Isaac, dude. He's a catch.
No,
Fuck,
no.
dude.
Why are you a catch?
I'm a catch because, one, I'm a good-looking guy.
That's
but
true. Yeah.
most importantly, I'll keep you entertained. We'll do fun things.
There you go.
We'll travel a bunch. We'll do fun activities. We'll have some good drinks. And I'll make you some good food.
Wow, hey.
What else do you need?
There you go.
That was a great pitch.
There you go. All right.
This must be a salesman.
Yeah. I mean, where can we find you? Instagram. We can find you on.
You can find me on Instagram. Just Quest Taylor. Super
Quest
simple.
Taylor?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's
We'll
it.
tag you. We'll tag you.
Hit them up on LinkedIn, Facebook.
If you mess with me on LinkedIn, I'll be upset. Do not do that.
That's the way to
Slide
go.
into my DMs though.
We'll put
the
the
way to go.
socials at the bottom. Yeah, awesome, man. Thank you so much
Dude,
for
thanks for
coming
having
in.
me, man. It's been
guys,
fun.
if you like this or if you want to be on the show, feel free to hit us up in the DMs.
Yes.
or give us a
Table
like.
for One podcast,
Table for
and
One
that is
podcast.
the number one, not the
Yeah,
O
we
and
had it-
E.
yeah, we're figuring it out over here. But,
Yeah, no, that's us. So yeah.
all right, thank
Give
you,
us a
man. Dude,
DM.
appreciate it. And that's,
Hell yeah, dude.
we'll
It's been
call it
fun,
there.
man.
Here's the notes. All right.